Hey guys, I'm back here. We are live, and here's one of the most unpopular takes going into the world of WWE and wrestling in general. The Money in the Bank doesn't get you over. Stop thinking that it should. I went over to see many other mark channels like Alex, JD, and people would overhype the notion of a wrestler all because they win a gimmick match means they need to consistently main event when they don't do the job when they are pushed to the top. Same thing that happened to Jack Swagger when he won the Money in the Bank when he held the world title for a few months back in 2010, and same thing with Big E when he held the title last year when winning the Money in the Bank and just immediately lost it to Lesnar. Or was it to Lashley? So Vince can pretend to be not racist. Other than that, I don't really care. It just depends if you've been organically pushed, bro. And they would have potential for Big E. They have no identification for Big E. Yes, he seems to be an okay talker. He seems to have a nice personality, and he looks like a superstar. That doesn't mean he acts like a superstar, and the fans do not treat him like a superstar. They don't create names for him. The fans never pop whenever he enters the ring. There's never a grand reaction. It's over the minority of the fan base, given that sleekness, making Big E feel like he needs to main event all because he won a gimmick match. That doesn't mean that you're over. Sure, we have an issue trying to find different stars to push over on the roster to organically make them one of the other new top guys other than seeing another Roman and Lashley main event, seeing part-timers overshadow the guys over in the major roster. I can understand the frustration. That does sound tough that some of the newer guys or the guys that's been on the main roster haven't been getting their shine, man. But that doesn't mean that they deserve to get pushed all because they exist. It's like the guy that's been working over in a supermarket for the last 10 years. Not doing shit to really change up how the business work. Hasn't been doing shit to impress everybody. Doesn't know everybody. And everybody over in the store just treat him like another employee. That guy is not a leader. He doesn't look like a leader. Nobody respects him like one. That's why he stays an associate and he's not a manager. You can say the same thing about Big E. Same thing about Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor. These guys that win one gimmick match, that means they automatically deserve it. Oh, Dolph Ziggler won the Money in the Bank back in 2012, and then when he went into Roberto Del Rio, he should have got that super push. You never said that about anybody else over in the roster. It's just whenever they win the Money in the Bank that they deserve it. Why? That's just a free ticket. It's an automatic loophole. It doesn't feel well earned because they got it over a ladder match. Are you kidding me? What part of that is gonna work? Now these guys are still having that same issue. Even when they get pushed to win world titles like Big E, like Ziggler, like probably Rollins, or some of the guys that are still there, and Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, when they get pushed over for a bit of main event success, and the fans are not rotating, nobody's watching the show, no one's changing the channel, so they can be like, oh, I need to see Big E, that guy on Monday Night Raw, what's he gonna do with a world title? And we can push this over to creative, but these guys are just not magnetic characters to feel like, I saw this guy's rise to the top and now he's world champion, now he's the guy on the show that should be the major part of the show. And guess what? He still doesn't do crap for the show. Gotta be kidding me. I apologize. I don't know where is that pop-up ad coming from. That was... wow. But just knowing, like, we've been over this bitching for, like, oh, Kofi should have been getting pushed again. Big E should be getting pushed again. Ziggler should be getting pushed again. It's like you guys don't even know how a star works. The fans need to treat that guy like a star. When he comes out of the arena, the guy want to see him. People want to see him again. People will get up and react like a king enters his own kingdom, bro. That's how it worked. That's how it was for Batista, Cena. Everybody know who he is when he walks in. But whenever it's Big E, it's like, oh, okay, here's the next match. There's Big E. It's not. Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. What's gonna happen here? Like that's not what I expect. Whenever I see these guys on TV, it's the same thing Vince Russo says. Vince Russo is like, these guys need to be stars. They can't be like my neighbor. They can't be relatable like that. And you see this a lot, and I'm sick and tired of just the automatic like overuse the Money in the Bank briefcase has given. It's just, if they're not going to realistically and organically gain the fans' attention, reaction, or get higher ratings by themselves, just give them a gimmick match, just give them the ladder match so they can get high pops, and then they automatically earn a shot. It makes no sense to me. Sure, the Money in the Bank is cool, but it's only cool whenever the heels win it. Because what babyface wants to excitingly just use a cheap way to earn a shot and win the world title? It never gets the babyface over. That's why the only memorable part was when probably CM Punk did it. Because I think his second attempt he was heel, and Edge did it. Because it's heel. It's heelish to get the easy way for the world title. You get more of a realistic push when in the Royal Rumble because the majority of the roster gets a shot for something that you feel like you earned. That's a very difficult task to get rid of over 30 people. It could be a really easy to stop 6 people if you know the easy ways to do it. That's never in that much of an accomplishing feat whenever you win King of the Ring, especially as a babyface. So the bare minimum of that is over. And sure, I know people have been anticipating probably Big E getting out of the New Day because the guy looks like a realistic looking top guy to build upon. But they don't treat him like one. And obviously his character is not treated as somebody it's a big chested dude. The big chested black man that looks like he's in any Tyler Perry sketch that gets that's the abusive dude hitting the woman, hitting his wife at the middle of the story. He screams like a weird preacher. If Pastor Devon had a son instead of Batista, and he comes around dirty whining around with the world title around his waist, and he really hasn't really displayed anything other than saying the same shit he did over in the New Day. He's not defining his own character. So why make him world champion all because he just won King of the Ring? Oh, Corbin should have won King. Most of these guys who won Money in the Bank suck. You're not gonna say that about Otis. Well, but you're just force feed it over to any guy that you think is a good wrestler. There's no fan bases pushed for it. The fans never react highly whenever these guys win the Money in the Bank, and it just doesn't feel surprising whenever these guys cash in. Sure, for like a desperate ratings ploy, if the guy was organically getting over, and they actually built up to him cashing in, I could understand. But it didn't help him get over, and you can see why they're just pushing out the more plausible main event, because WWE has failed again to make a top guy, and Big E has failed to make himself come out of his comfort zone so he knows what to do if he really wants to get himself over, if he wants to make real money, if he wants to be an actual star, if he wants to profit out of the whole New Day thing. And the same thing goes for the majority of these permanent mid-carders that still think a gimmick match means that they're going to get themselves over instead of themselves. And I'm just getting agitated that this is the way current wrestling fans think. This is possibly what the current wrestlers think. And they have no other ways to succumb this. Like it's out of a presidential campaign. Hey, how am I going myself? I'm going to be not promoting a drink. I'm not trying to promote food. I'm trying to promote myself as somebody the fans can get behind. As soon as I walk through that door, people know who I am, and they're always going to be behind me at every moment. That's literally getting over. They know what to expect. They know who you are as soon as you walk in, dude. They know that you're the head guy in charge. They know that you're somebody important. That's how it is to get over. And yet these nerds don't get it. Because the fans that are watching the current wrestling product never were popular probably in high school, never had more than 4 friends, and possibly were okay with getting pimp slapped by a chick. So, they obviously don't understand. I apologize if this is coming out over harsh and I'm just disrespecting the fans, but they need to know it, or else we're gonna get possibly Chad Gable getting pushed, Ricochet getting pushed, or fucking Austin Theory. That's literally Grayson Waller with a pedo stash. I don't want to hear it. Because these guys haven't proven anything to why I need to see them on TV more. Other than the top 10 matches they've been through last year. Is that really how to display a person's character? I wouldn't even mind if AJ Styles won the world title again. Because at least I know what to expect from AJ Styles. People know who AJ Styles is. Even some set out of the WWE fan base know who AJ Styles is. And he can make himself a watchable character. Even if Sami Zayn, with the obvious, he would do the same thing as Seth Rollins was back in 2015. But at least we know how to expect. And Sami Zayn actually has a gimmick. He has a character. And he's somebody that somebody can identify. You don't get that off a majority of the guys over on the main roster. But, you know, what is that coming from me? I'm just a WWE fanboy. I'm a mark, or I just think I'm entirely negative. It's not like if I don't like the product, I would stop watching it. Oh wow. It's like I hate the product anyway, or I don't want people to succeed. Or else I wouldn't be criticizing it, and I would be talking about something else in this channel. Like, football is already ended. Basketball All-Star Weekend is just a day. It's just a few days from ending, and the regular season's about to continue about tomorrow. And there's going to be a spring football league around April. And there's a whole lot of other entertainment out there for me to talk about. I've been pro wrestling, yet I care about this. So don't try to only blame one person to why the current medium that you like is declining. So that's it for me. I understand I've been taking a bit of pauses over this video, but I really need to catch my breath, and I think I need to make a personal choice for myself to be drinking more water while recording. That's it for me. Thanks for watching.